It's me, Stef, the alternate, your nerdy alternative, and I am joined with my good friend Michelle from Royal Daily Tea. Thank you so much for joining me for today's Royal Clubhouse Live. And yes, this is the Harry and Meghan news of the week portion of the live stream. And whoo, yeah, did Meghan Markle rudely cut off Prince Harry in an interview on their Colombian trip? I'm going to show you a few clips, a few stills, and you guys can decide. But yeah, let's have a look at this. So this is from Harry's grey suit. Firstly, look at Harry's face. Did she cut him off whilst he was talking? 2, look at that smirky look she gives when she turns around. And 3, by day 3, his mouth will be covered with duct tape. So yeah, let's have a look at this, a little looky poo. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
He is so annoyed.
And then look at her turning away. Giving that smirky look in a minute.
He's definitely practicing, like, calm down, Harry. Don't say anything, Harry.
There's a smirk.
He's really trying to keep it together, right?
He really is. I mean, look at that. If looks could kill, guys.
Yes.
He starts talking and then Meghan erupts and interjects and then just completely takes over the interview. Dude is not a happy bunny. And
wasn't he talking and she just came all the way into the conversation and got like right in front of him? I think there's another video clip where she just literally just pushes him out the way because she always has to be in the center. Have you noticed that about her? She has like this obsession with being in the center.
Yeah.
Right out of the way.
Yeah, I've noticed that, especially with the vice president, with the pictures that have been coming in where Harry is meeting the vice president and shaking her hand, and she's literally right in the middle. And at one point, she's like this with her hands literally in the middle.
Let the vice president be alone with Harry. She will not let the vice president be photographed without her, which is interesting because I heard that the vice president is a narcissist like Meghan. So you're going to have 2 queen bees battling out for attention, I think.
I think so too. Now we have, according to Taz, my good friend according to Taz, if you're not subscribed to on YouTube, get it done now. You're living under a rock otherwise. Saying, yeah, she doesn't like him at all. At the end of the video, the look on her face after Harry spoke, she looked like she was going to roll her eyes. She's definitely at the devaluation stage, and to be openly doing this in front of people shows her contempt for him is growing. But yeah, you see the tension from the CBS interview, and then you see the tension here. I mean...
Do you know what this is reminding me, Steph?
Go on.
History is repeating itself. If you remember, I don't know, you may not have been around, but when Princess Diana and Prince Charles started to have a strain in their marriage, and they started doing those tours, and you can just tell the energy was off. People knew they were unhappy. They were miserable. They were sitting together. She would roll her eyes. They wouldn't interact with each other. This is giving me the end of Charles and Diana's marriage vibes right here, where we're starting to see the cracks, where even the fake little hold my hand isn't fooling anybody. Harry is half checked out of that marriage, in my opinion. He's just going through the motions. He's playing the part, but it's giving me the Princess Diana, Prince Charles toward the end when everyone knew the jig was up. They weren't fooling anybody, and it's starting to show here, in my opinion.
I totally agree. I mean, Royal News Network even says, look, you can see a bit of his defeat and get a sense of course she has to go first. So yeah, you definitely see it there. But yeah, it says here, you know, their body placements are also interesting. She's standing in front of him, so he can't see her when she's about to speak and vice versa, which means that they would inevitably speak over and interrupt each other because, you know, they aren't positioned as equals. Naturally, when you're next to someone, you may be able to see when they're about to speak. She's leading the show, and he's there as window dressing, and in her world should remain silent until told to speak.
She's the main character. This is the Meghan show.
This is it right here. The absolute devolution of Prince Harry, as far as I'm concerned, is now complete.
Right. But the interesting thing, Steph, is that the main attraction really is Harry. Harry's the blood royal. He's Princess Diana's son. And we talked about how he dines out on the memory of his mom. The reason why they were invited there was his Diana connection. The vice president even said, you know, Diana was going to come here in 97 and she couldn't come here, right? So they wanted to bring Harry there, but then she had to throw in the old Meghan. Oh yeah, his old hag, you know, the victim, she's coming too, right? I feel like she's kind of pandering to them a little bit, especially to Meghan. She's pandering to Meghan to make them want to come, right? Because it's like, why are they there, first of all? So I do believe they're playing on his royal card because that's the only reason why they want him there. But Meghan is turning it into, like you said, the Meghan show.
Yeah. And here
But
it is,
Harry,
clear as day. Harry is now there just as a prop only. I definitely agree here with it, Deb Scott's lass. She has two journalists there, both working on her behalf. So everything they produce will be staged and choreographed by Megsy, hence phrases such as grand arrival, etc., pure propaganda. And when you look at this headline, it's Welcome Meghan. And she's there right in the middle, right here, of
it's
her
like,
and
is
the
she
vice
an actress?
president. And she's
Yeah,
the
that's
she's the
so
main
weird.
draw here in this whole collage of pictures. It's only Hazard that's at the side that's much more reduced.
I guarantee you will not see a photo of just Harry and the vice president because Meghan will not allow that to happen because she knows the minute she does, that's going to be the one on the cover because the vice president is just as much a narcissist as Meghan Markle. They're going to be duking it out for attention. So if you notice on the Archewell website, it's all Meghan front and center. And then on the Columbia Press, it's the vice president, of course, because she's the vocal, you know, the main person there. But I think she's trying to get a picture with Harry, but Meghan won't move out of the way. I think there's like this weird power struggle going on. And like you said, they're saying, welcome Meghan in the UK. They're turning into the Meghan show.
Yeah.
And, but the crowd wants Harry.
There you go. Well, you say that the crowd wants Harry, but stay tuned for one of my future videos, guys, because everyday Colombians, they're not happy at both Megsy and Hazard. They really, really are not. And I would say for good reason. Now, for those that are watching live, there is a poll in the live chat right now. Please vote. Do you think in this particular clip right here, Megsy interrupted Hazard? Sure looked like it to me, but what do you guys think in the live chat? For those that are watching in the live, stay exactly where you are. We're not going anywhere. But for those watching on the replay, if you appreciated this and you want more, and believe me, of course, there's going to be more, then make sure you subscribe to join this alternate tribe. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's. You do not want to miss my upcoming videos. Also, as well, if you appreciated what came out of my good friend Michelle's mouth, and why wouldn't you? Because my logic is undeniable. Get on over to Royal Daily Tea right now. The link will be in the description bar below. Alter Nerds assemble. Let's help her get to 40k. She definitely deserves it. With that being said, everyone watching live, stay exactly where you are. But for those watching on the replay, here are some videos that you may want to clickety-click, clickety-click.